Hello, and welcome to the Fairy Coach Tarot channel. So, today we're going to do a different pick a card that it's going to include tarot and oracle cards. And what we are going to do is we're going to look at what is the message from Spirit for this weekend. Okay? So, I am going to shuffle the tarot, take three cards, and then the same with the oracle. We'll put one of these fairies on top of them, and then you are going to choose the fairy or the pile of cards that resonates more with you. All right, let's get started by grounding and connecting through the breath. All right, sit in a comfortable position, roll those shoulders back, relax the jaw, and take one deep breath in through the nose. Hold it for a couple of seconds and exhale, making that exhale longer. All right, now that we are centered, let's begin with picking the tarot cards to look at for what's the spirit message for this weekend for you. So we're going to set the intention and say a little prayer. All right. So two cards wanted to come up for option one. So this will be our pink fairy. And two cards wanted to come up for option two. That is our blue fairy. And our yellow fairy. All right, and now we are going to choose the accompanying oracle message. All right. Let's set that intention, and here we go. Again, two cards. Here, the pink fairy comes with a lot of messages. Okay, and let's see. The blue fairy. Here. All right, so we have our three options. All right, we have the pink fairy, the blue fairy, and the yellow fairy. Pick the one that resonates with you right now and that calls you the most. Ready? Okay. We'll put the yellow fairy away and the blue fairy away and look at what is the message from Spirit for this weekend for you. All right, let's begin with the message from the tarot. And that comes from the Eight of Cups and the Six of Wheels. That would be the Six of Pentacles. So, what Spirit wants you to know this weekend is that sometimes walking away from something that you care about is the wisest thing you can do, right? Sometimes when we care very much about somebody or a relationship, a job, or any type of situation, we care so much because our emotions are invested, right? So we create an attachment. And a lot of times that attachment is not healthy, right? It is something that even though we care for it, we realize that it is not serving us the right way. Or it was something that was good for us, and then it shifted. Life shifted, a relationship uh, grew and the partners grew in different directions. So something changed. So the message Spirit has for you for this weekend is it is time for you to reflect on something that has run its course. And it is asking you really think about how this important aspect of your life, it could be a relationship or a job or something else, how it has shifted or what is bringing into your life that is feeling unhealthy, that it's not bringing joy, that you are seeing yourself feeling sad or in distress or worried about this more than it brings joy to you. So, this is the reflection to do. And the tarot is saying it's time to walk away. It's time to let go of this and realize that it has either run its course in your life or that it has brought to you an important lesson, that you've learned the lesson and now it's time to walk away, right? So now the second card of the tarot is the Six of Pentacles, right? And it says, okay, you are walking away from something that you care about, because you realize this is the wisest thing you can do. And now you need to look at the other areas of your life, right? So, has there any area of your life been out of balance because you have put so much of your energy, your love, your care, and your effort in this thing that you need to let go? So now that you're walking away from this, look at the areas of your life that you have not been putting energy into and create more balanced. Create a life that is more balanced and it's not only focused on one thing, right? So, there is something you need to walk away from because it is not healthy for you at this time or not bringing you joy. It's draining your energy more than adding to your life. And then the other message is then look at the areas of your life that you have not been paying attention to because you were too focused on one thing, and create balance, create more of a whole life of having more balance in different things, hobbies, job, relationships, friends, so it's more of a rounded and balanced life. And now we have two messages from the oracle. So the first one that comes is practice moderation, and the second one is take responsibility for your actions. And if you look at this message, it goes perfectly with the second card that we got of the tarot, that it's asking us to create balance in our life. And it says, yeah, practice moderation. Do not go into extremes. Have that balance, right? And then take responsibility for your actions. That's very empowering because when you take responsibility and say, hey, I need to walk away from something. I have resented some areas of my life, and now I have to create that balance. All this responsibility that you take for your actions, it is going to empower you. So, a very clear message for you this weekend. There is something you need to look at that it's been either draining your energy or not bringing joy, that is not the healthiest thing right now, that you need to walk away from. Create some distance and then look at the other areas of your life to create that balance, practicing moderation and taking responsibility for your actions. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and please do not hesitate to reach out for a personal reading with me. I do either live sessions over video, or you can get a pre recorded reading made just for you. All right, now let's look at the blue fairy for those of you who picked the blue fairy as your message for this weekend. So here let's see what the tarot first has to say. And we have the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Wands. Interesting, interesting. So both of these cards are towards the end of the minor arcana, right? So they are an energy um, of a nine and an eight. So that is telling us something. And here, when we go and see the message for the weekend, is saying, okay, this weekend is about making sure you do not stay in your head too much. That means that if there are thoughts that are coming in that are making you worry, that are creating fear, it's all about breaking from these fearful thoughts, right? Remembering that thoughts can imprison you. Remember that thoughts stop you from your greatest potential when they are negative, fear driven, right? So the message is saying, from the message from Spirit with the tarot is telling you this weekend, pay attention to the thoughts you're having and ask yourself, does this thought serve me, or is it a fear based thought that is imprisoning me? Okay. And release any fear based thoughts because they will create that blockage, that fear of you for advancement. And then we have the Eight of Wands, and he's saying, you know what? Once you do this, once you assess your thoughts and move away from fear based thoughts, then it is time to look, to jump and move forward to things that really are bringing you happiness at this time. So, what that means is action, right? The Eight of Wands is a rapid movement. So, do not stay in your head and create action. Go out, do things that make you happiness, that bring you happiness, or work on projects that you like, but do not stay in your head. It's all about moving forward, doing things and taking momentum instead of taking passivity in your head, because that's going to create um, that fear of moving forward, right? Sometimes, we start thinking about something, we stay there and create that spiral of negativity. So, no, stop the negative thoughts when they come in and do something. Go out, work on a project, something that brings you happiness, go meet friends, anything that it is action oriented and outer instead of staying in your head. And what does the oracle add to this message is know your truth, okay? That is very important. Know your truth. That means if any of the thoughts that are coming are based on conversations that you had with other people, on what other people have said about you, on the opinions of others, um, know your truth, know who you are, know what is real about you, right? And do not depend on the opinions of others. Do not even reflect on that. And instead, focus your energy on creating momentum for things that bring you happiness. All right? So, very clear message. Do not stay in your head. Reflect on fear based thoughts that stop you from doing things. Instead, action. Go after things that you like, go out with friends, put your energy on working on projects that you care about, and know your truth. Do not base your worth on the opinion of others. All right. I hope you enjoyed your message. Again, I ask you to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for weekly videos and daily shorts. All right. Let's see what the last fairy's message is today. We have the yellow fairy. All right. And this one comes with single cards. So, what does the tarot tell us for this weekend for you? And we have the Three of Wands. What a beautiful card. Again, it's a card of momentum, of growth, right? And what is the message of spirit with the tarot for you this weekend? Okay, it's about making a deliberate choice on what you want, right? So if you've been feeling stuck, or if there are things that have been in your head, you didn't take any steps towards what you wanted, right? So this card is telling you, okay, make a decision. It's about making a conscious choice about something that is important to you and taking a step forward, whatever it is. If it is a project you are working on, ask yourself, what is a small little step I can take this weekend towards that? If it is planning, a trip that you've always wanted to do, what is the first step I can do to towards planning for this trip, right? If it is a relationship that you are in and something has been feeling off or not stuck, what is one step I can do? What is to get me closer to this person? Or if it's somebody you're interested in, what can I do to get to know them better or to move closer to the type of relationship I want with them? So, making a choice, a conscious choice towards something you want, and then moving forward with it, right? Again, it's we have action for you this weekend. All right. And the message with the oracle is accept struggles as lessons. Yes. And this is also a very crucial message. That is, sometimes when we take one step forward and we make a decision, and something happens, we get a setback, or it doesn't have the results we thought, right? It's about not giving up. It's about accepting struggles as lessons, right? And if you're trying to do something or moving forward with something, and the first attempt or the step that you take is not successful, don't worry. Accept that as a lesson. Accept the obstacles that life puts in front of you as lesson and turn them into opportunities. Okay? So, your message this weekend, again, very clear. Make a conscious choice and take a step forward based on that choice of something you care about and you want, and accept struggles and setbacks as lessons. Turn any obstacles into opportunities. You got this. You really got this. Anyway, I hope you liked your reading. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I have daily videos throughout the week and weekly videos throughout the week and daily shorts, right? I also offer live sessions of tarot with coaching with me via video call or phone call, as well as pre recorded readings made just for you based on your current situation or what is weighing on your heart. So do not hesitate to reach out and ask for more information. And again, I'll see you next week. Bye bye. Have a great weekend.